What's up, Revolution Comics? Today we're going to be talking about the Blue Beetle movie. This will be my spoiler review, so if you don't want to be, any spoilers whatsoever and you want to go see the movie, please go see it. By far, it was like a 9 out of 10. I am not joking. It was incredible. DC is back, people. With this movie, they are making a comeback. Now, The Flash, on the other hand, I think they fell, and people weren't really excited to go see Blue Beetle because they thought it wouldn't be as good, but man, it was incredible. I love this story. They changed a few things. I'm going to go over that today in the video, but man, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But this is a spoiler review, so if you don't want any spoilers or anything and you want to go watch the movie for yourself, go watch it and stop the video right now. So today I'm going to be talking about the movie. So it first starts off with the head girl, Ted Cord's sister, finding the scarab in like a sphere stone type thing, and then it does like this cool montage of scarabs just flying through the universe, and you get a glimpse of a few of them. You get a glimpse of a blue one and a yellow one, and I think a purple one, like up close kind of, but then the blue one takes off and the camera just follows that one. It crashes through a different planet and then lands in Earth. Super cool. Now, in this film, Jaime Reyes is out of college and he's 22 years old. But in the comics, he's a teenager running from aliens, and the scarab happens to land in his backpack, and then it activates as soon as the aliens find him and stuff, and then he goes and just kicks him and all that good stuff, action stuff. But at first, so he gets home from college. Lots of jokes in this movie. It's like the right amount of jokes, the right amount of seriousness, and the right amount of action. Awesome movie. So after he gets home from Gotham University for pre-law, he meets his family, but his family finds out they're in financial debt. And that's most families nowadays. They portrayed that very well, and they really showed the true meaning of Dom Toretto's saying family matters. They really showed that well in this movie. So yeah, but then after that all happens, we later come to find out Jenny Cord, the daughter of Ted Cord, has stolen the scarab away from her aunt, and Parallax, I think. No, it's not Parallax. I don't know. It was a very confusing name. It kind of rolled off the tongue. I can't quite remember it off the top of my head, but if I remember, I will do it in a YouTube short. So after Jenny takes it, she puts it in a Big Belly burger box, which I thought was pretty cool. And he took it down, and Jaime was just begging for a job because he had just lost a job because his Jenny Cord's aunt fired Jaime for standing up for Jenny. So then Jenny Cord offered him a job, but then she steals the scarab, offers him, don't touch it, don't look in it, don't touch it, whatever you do, just protect it with your life. So he says, I will. And then he takes it away, and then his family starts cheering him on, Jaime, open it, in Spanish, but I'm not really good at Spanish, so I won't be saying it like that. But it was really good that way. And then the scarab just starts, it activates in his hand, which was really cool, and it jumps on his face, and you get all the family members screaming, and huge laughs in the scene with, what's his face? The uncle. I cannot remember his name to save my life now. Oh, no. I don't know. But he was, I'll remember it later, guys, and then I'll probably post it somewhere else. But he was really funny throughout this entire movie. But he tries helping, and the scarab electrifies him, throwing him back to a wall. It was absolutely hilarious. A great time. And then the scarab activates, and Jaime's super scared and freaked out. And then you have this cool scene where it looks like the scarab is taking control of him. But then Jaime is like, what the heck? And then with his face in a picture mirror frame. It was super cool. And then the suit activates and then flies out of the house, and then you come back to him, the suit testing all the the outer space feature, and then the re-entry, and then the flight, and then the sonic speed. It was real cool. And then jump ahead a few moments. Jenny and Jaime go to Cord Industries for the Ted Cord's watch, and so they can activate like the blue beetle layer. And then so yeah, that was really cool. And then the bad guy comes out of nowhere and like just almost like Superman's punches Jaime, but then Jaime catches it, and then the suit activates, throwing the guy. And then they activate the OMAC, which is a copyright version of the Blue Beetle Scarab. It's more of like a technology build and stuff, and that's the main purpose of the movie. To the Cord Industries is trying to build the OMAC system to be able to take down everyone, like government agencies. They're basically selling this for military weapons. But then they have a huge fight scene, and then you actually see the Scarab take control of Jaime. And I don't really like how they portrayed that, like the Scarab asking permission to take control. In the comics, it's more the Scarab does what it wants when it wants it. And the DC animated movies portray that perfectly in the Young Justice movies. No, the Teen Titans. Sorry, Teen Titans and Young Justice, where they kept arguing back and forth over control and stuff, but then the Scarab would ultimately take control, but then later he would get it back. So I didn't really appreciate the part where she asked permission, but it was still good in the fight scene. She gave him back control and everything with one command that he said, like, stop, and then he got control back. But then after that all happened, they go to find Ted Cord's secret lair, and then they find out Ted Cord was actually Blue Beetle, and then the uncle says a lot of jokes that were really funny. And then after that, they see Jenny's aunt fly by in a helicopter, and they head towards Jaime's house to like find him and intimidate his family. And then Jaime gets all mad and starts tearing apart the soldiers. It was a really cool moment. And then he finds out he's bulletproof and everything. It was really funny. And then sad news. This is like one of the major spoilers. The dad does end up dying. That was a more emotional part. I actually felt the emotion throughout that scene. And I got to remind you, I watched this twice, and it hit both times. But it was huge shout out to that dad. Like, the actor portrayed that really well. It was a really emotional scene. But then after his dad goes into cardiac arrest and eventually dies, Jaime is captured by Jenny's aunt and taken to a remote facility where they do experiments to download the Scarab's like hardware or like software and stuff to embed it into the OMAC to then give it to the villain so that he can like become like a super mode and stuff. But that was a really cool scene. And then they introduced the flying beetle, like the beetle that Ted Cord used to get around when he was just like a vigilante with no powers. I thought that was really amazing. They even did the flying action. And then something I didn't expect to happen was they had him walking around like a remote control car. It was like huge and stuff. And then they had like the sleeper gas thing come out of its butt and stuff, and they called it butt fart, the thing in the system, and it like sprayed out sleeping gas. It was really funny. But after that, Jaime gets out because his dad visits him from the dead, because Jaime's about to die, because while they're downloading the information, the Scarab and them are like kind of getting separated a little bit, and that's killing Jaime. But they needed him alive to finish the data transfer. So after they got that done, Jaime and the Kaijimar or something started connecting in the dream world, and then they eventually like their brainwaves went in sync, and that was a really cool moment. It was a little funny how they literally just touched each chip, like the tip of each finger, and then they it was really funny. But then after that, yeah, brain fart 1 second. So then after that scene, Jaime like gets the courage and he breaks out off his shackles, tries to open the door won't open, and then the guy, like the scientist guy that Jenny's aunt had been bullying almost the entire movie, finally stands up for himself, but then the villain ends up killing him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why kill that guy? But it was good. So then Jaime tries activating the suit to take on the bad guy, but it won't activate because it was rebooting itself. So he's running through the halls, and then Grandma, 10 out of 10. I love the grandma. She was the funniest character there. But after she like came out, Guns of Glory and all that from her war days is the funny joke throughout the film. But after she came out of that, she started taking down everyone, and Jaime's like, Grandma, you got something to tell me? And then Grandma's like, there's some secrets you may never know. Some secrets you will find out. But after that, they left. The suit reactivates. He starts fighting the main villain. And then the main villain shoots a rocket at Rudy, which is the uncle. And Jaime thought he died. So then he went on full beast mode. Started attacking him. And then the one of the lines that the villain said was that your love for your family only makes you weak, but in this scene you can definitely tell the love for his family makes him only stronger. So then after their big fight scene, the Scarab actually stops him from killing the guy because he wanted to do it, but then the Scarab had activated the bad guy's memories, and it showed his traumatic past, and then Jaime kind of leveled with the villain, and then they both like said their goodbyes, and then the bad guy ended up dragging the ant into a fire and exploding. It's because the ant apparently had done experiments on him through a long time. He knew her since he was a kid, from what I got from the flashbacks, which was really messed up. But at the end, they did the funeral, and then Jaime finally got his love interest kiss, which was Jenny. And that was a really touching thing. But then the post-credit scene was insane. Now, I just got this comic that I'm going to dive into. But from what I can remember, I have never... I remember Ted Kord coming back, but I can't remember quite how. But after the video montage he did of him coming back, I'm hyped for a Blue Beetle 2. I've been waiting for this film since Smallville came out, and we all know how that went. If you didn't know, they were supposed to do a spin-off series for Smallville for Blue Beetle, and they were gonna do a Goldbuster one. No, Booster Gold. Sorry, I messed that name up. But they were gonna do that, but then they seen how bad the reviews were for that episode because of the CGI for Blue Beetle, and they just scrapped it. They were like, nah, we're not gonna do that anymore. Never mind. So after they did that. So yeah, but the ending, I will give this film a 9 out of 10. It really blew me away. This is exactly what I went in expecting, and I absolutely loved it. The only reason I give it a 9 out of 10, because there's I think there was 2 scenes where the CGI didn't match up with the background quite as well. But besides that, that was my only flaw for the entire thing. But besides that, I love the entire film. I even wasted my money and got the Blue Beetle Scarab backpack that opens up for your popcorn bucket. Yes, I did waste my money on this. It wasn't a wise financial choice, but now I'll have that forever, and can't get it anywhere else. So yeah, but if you are a DC fan and you wanted to see them come to light, but you're after the Flash premiere and you're I don't want to risk watching another DC movie, you have got to go see Blue Beetle. It is in theaters right now, but it is amazing. And if you don't believe me, go check it out for yourself. If you want, and stay tuned, because I think either tomorrow or Friday I will be posting my review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Yeah, Mutant Mayhem. It was really good. I had seen 2 movies today. I seen for the second time Blue Beetle, and then I had seen with a friend Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. it was ecstatic. I cannot wait to do a review on that, guys, and tell you all about it. But that's it for now. So like and subscribe, and can't wait for you to watch my next review video. See ya.